Okay, welcome back to my podcast, guys. I'm recording this all over again, per usual, because I didn't like the lighting and I just recorded like 25 minutes of footage. But I'm going to make it short and sweet this time because I know exactly what I'm talking about because I already yapped it out. So, first things first, thank you guys for watching. Thank you to everyone who's been with me throughout my journey, or people who have even just like dropped in, who have been there for one day. People I've met, just for one day, never met again, and have supported me. So thank you to that. I'm not going to tell you to leave a like because I want you to watch this first. You can leave a like after you watch. Um, let's just get into it. So, as of lately, I feel like when I talk, my trauma just comes up. And this is really surprising for me because I've done so much childhood trauma work, so much shadow work and shit like that. My whole chakra thing, I did all of that shit. And it really worked for me. But I'm starting to realize there's this maintenance I kind of need to have on my character, in order to not easily regress back into the way I was raised and to not live in that state of, oh my God, I'm an abused person, because I'm not actively being abused by anyone, you know? So it's become really important for me after having this realization that I need to keep the spiritual discipline to be like, no, I don't live in a state of constant abuse anymore. And I'm safe. I have to really keep the maintenance on that. I have to really keep the maintenance on that. So, yeah, I watched a sermon this morning talking about how God, you can have all these facts about yourself, and all those facts mean nothing to God. God will do whatever. God knows all your struggles, all the pain, all the shit you've been through, He knows what the shit you're about to go through. And God will still choose you and still do things in your life, not based off those facts, but off the fact that that's God's plan to do that. Does that make sense? Like, you can be like, oh, well, I'm black, so things are harder for me. Or I'm a woman, so things are hard for me. Or, you have a traumatic past, so, you'll never be a certain way. That's not true. God can do whatever. God can transform you, type shit. So give it up for God. It's funny when I do stuff like that because I'm like, is that making fun of God? But like, that's how I feel. I feel like give it up for God. The fuck? This is my head. This is my head. I gotta keep it safe. So that. Another thing I talked about briefly is dating and how it's been hard for me to even go on a fucking date. I haven't been on a date yet. I've just been like chatting with people here and there. And I think I do want to go on a date. I'm just not quite sure if it's gonna fuck up my attention to my business and my goals currently, because I'm in the midst of receiving a couple artist grants and shit. And just some other money that I was due from my court thing. And I plan on using that to move out, I think. That's the plan as of right now. But if God swoops in and gives me some other funds, then we're up. But as of right now, that's my plan and what I'm going to do, to move. And I really want my own place. I don't want roommates, but, there's a certain amount of surrender that you have to give to a situation. So if it's out of my budget and I just can't get it, I'm not going to keep fucking around until I don't have the money at all, because that's what I did last time. Like, when I first quit my job back in May, I had a couple thousand saved up, and I just didn't have enough money to get the really nice apartment that I wanted. So I just kept holding on to the money and kept just waiting it out because I was just like, oh, eventually, I'll make more money to qualify for a nicer apartment, and that never happened. And now I spent all of my savings. So yeah, this time I'm just gonna go for it, like, maybe God doesn't want me in a fucking huge ass luxury apartment right now. Maybe God just wants me in the chill spot right now, and I've learned to just be okay with that. One of my prayers lately that I've been doing just in bed, or just specifically in bed, I do a lot of prayer, or just, you know, when I'm getting ready and I just have that intimate moment with myself. I've been really just saying to God, like, I don't care anymore. Take it. Whatever is in my life that I'm trying to control so bad, whether that be the way I conduct my business, the way I conduct my art, my friends, my following, my family, whatever it is. Oh, I don't think it's good. I have a battery, and I currently have it on its back, and it sounds like it wants to kill itself. So let's just tilt that like that. Yeah, I've been telling God, like, fuck it, take it. I don't care what it is. Whatever you gotta do, you know, wherever you want me at, just do that. Do that. I don't care. I'm not gonna keep trying to control my situation and make it go a certain way. Because last May, when I tried to make it go a certain way, I ended up having to wait even longer to get this opportunity again to move. And now that I have the opportunity, I'm not gonna squander it because I want it to look a certain way. I'm just like, fuck it. Because who knows? Maybe I'll move somewhere and I'll make even more money. Because I think, honestly, that's the vibe that I'm getting. Because when I'm alone and I have my own peace and solitude, I get a lot done. And the money tends to go up. So, yeah, that's that. What else did I talk about? I think that was pretty much it. Oh, no. So, business-wise, too. And why I feel like I have this opportunity right now, grants and court money aside, I decided in my business too that I would just surrender to the fact that I don't have the space and time that I want to make the type of art that would get me the type of money that I want, if that makes sense. Like, I don't have my full sewing studio anymore, as you can see. And I don't really have the money or space to go buy all of that again. And even if I did, because even when I had that money in that space, it's hard for me to just sit there and just produce all day. I can't connect with my art in a personal way if I'm trying to make it all about money and nothing about me. And that doesn't mean it's not going to be about money, because this new thing that I'm doing isn't just, you know, about me personally. It's still about money and still being about, you know, how to get those resources as an artist. Because I like to think of myself as an example for other artists who've grown up, you know, maybe in a marginalized situation, but now have the freedom to, you know, do whatever in their adult life. I like to think of myself as an example. So right now, I was like, fuck it, you know, I'm still going to work on my personal art, but there is some shit that I just need to get manufactured. So I have a sample. Coming in the mail, and hopefully it'll be here in like a week. If not, you know, it'll get here when it gets here. And I'm really excited about that, because if the sample looks good, I'm just going to go ahead and go with that. You know what I mean? Like, if I can get my designs made and not have to sit there and produce it all and waste so much time, then I can make money way faster and also spend the time on the shit that I actually like to do. And for a while, I just felt like I didn't want to manufacture anything. I was just like, no, like, I want to be a fine artist. I want people to appreciate, you know, the hands and the blood, sweat, and tears I put into it. And it's like, I can only deliver so much. I can only do so much as a single person. I need to hire people. So, hired them people out in LA to make my shit, type shit. So we're gonna see what the sample looks like when it gets here. Hopefully it's really cute. I feel like it'll be really cute because I designed it, but let's just see how it looks in real life type shit, you know? So that's that. I'm really excited for the sample. I'm really excited to just sell the fuck out of it because that's, you know, all I'm gonna have to do is just sell. And I feel like I could sell pretty good. You know? Like I don't know. I'm excited to see that side of myself. To become more salesy instead of being such a behind the scenes producer and manufacturer of my own shit. Because all my jobs have been like that too, so behind the scenes. Except my job with Urban Outfitters, that's a little more involved. But I'm ready to be like the forefront of my brand and not have to be the person doing so much of the manual labor all the time. I'm ready to really give my energy to front of the house type shit. Especially because these past couple months I've already set up, you know, my website, my TikTok, you know, I'm going live on there. I have YouTube, I have my podcast. Yeah, like back of the house is looking pretty fucking good. I'm ready to be in the front of the house. And yeah, I'm really excited about that. So that's really good news. So let me end this with a prayer like I did the last episode before I deleted it. Yeah, let's do a prayer really quick. Not a card pull or an oracle thing or anything like that. Just a prayer for everyone who's watching and everyone who's not watching, because I'm going to pray for them too. Okay. I pray that everyone's past and my past doesn't keep defining us and coming up in a way where we feel so small and like God won't do certain things in our life. I really pray that we get past that, you know, we as a collective start to feel like anything is possible, because it really is, especially with God. Anything is possible. God can just do whatever. God can do whatever. You, like I said, you can have all these facts about who you are as a person, what the track record is, and God can come in and say, none of that shit matters. Here you go. Here's $1 million for your family. You know, God will surprise you in ways that you've never imagined. So I really pray that that touches my heart and that touches anyone's heart who's hearing this. You know, that your situation, though it may seem logical to you, I hope that we start to feel beyond the logic of the situation. You know? Stop having such a small-minded perception of how your life can change or what your life is going to be like. And to really be in the space of like receiving from God and the universe or whatever you believe in, nature, all of that shit. Really receive what it is that you're looking for and more. And it surprise you and delight you in amazing ways. I really feel that in me. I'm like so sincere today, which I like because I can be a little too silly sometimes, especially when I'm uncomfortable. But I like being sincere in my belief in God and how I feel God can move in my life. Oop. I think that's all for the podcast today. I need to go home and eat because I've been tracking my calories and I did really good today and I have a lot of calories left. So I'm about to go home and eat that shit. Or at least eat some of it. I was thinking of making like a tuna wrap or something. That sounds really fucking bus. Like a tuna wrap. Maybe some YouTube. Maybe some YouTube, something like that, you know? Yeah. But now you can leave a like. And you can also subscribe if you want. You can leave a review. Follow me on TikTok. I gotta do more on my Instagram, so don't follow me there yet. But I'll let y'all know when the Instagram is, you know, palatable. I hope you guys have a good rest of your year. I hope Christmas goes really well for you. Even if you don't celebrate, I still just like the vibe Christmas gives. So yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with your Christmas. Happy New Year, all of that shit, just in case I don't make another podcast by then. But if I get my sample, I might make another podcast. Yeah. Good night, everybody, because it's 11 p.m. Okay, nothing else. Good night.